Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Sheyi Obasi and I want to welcome you to today's webinar. Okay, so just a quick check. If you can see me, yeah, you can hear my voice, please put in the chat that I can see, I can hear. Just put the number 7 in the chat if you can see me and you can hear, so that I know that I am not speaking to myself. Leave the number 7 in the chat, guys. Okay, I'm waiting to see the number 7. Wow. Can you see me? Can you hear me? The number 7. Oh, the first 7 came from Chuku the Elvis. Congratulations. You are going to win a prize. Thank you. Okay, guys. So I know you can see and hear now. I just wanted to welcome everybody who is showing up today. Special shout out to the new members of our VIP group. You guys are too much. Tiwalade, Ladele, thank you so much for joining the membership. You are a VIP. Who else is on the VIP? Let me just see. Who else has joined? Oh my goodness, guys, do you know that we just started a membership? You can check it out and join, find out all the perks that you will get as a member, okay? And there is this one. Yes, Olusegun Obateru. Thank you for joining the membership. So guys, thank you so much for joining today. Like I said, today has been a long time coming and I'm really excited to be here today. Congratulations. Yeah. So first of all, tell us your name and where you are watching from. Yeah, I'm excited and curious to know where you're watching from. Are you in Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, the US, or even in Canada? Tell us in the comments where you're joining from. Yeah. And also, if your screen is not clear, I think I need to say this, just read what is on the screen and do that. You can go back and come back, or you can change the settings on YouTube so that you can see clearly. Yeah, so what is your name? Where are you joining from? Okay, so there's Benjamin from Ghana. I have a soft spot for Ghana people. I don't know why. Okay, because I have a lot of Ghana friends here. Uche from Toronto. Thank you. Dex Ryder from Cameroon. There's Rebecca from Saudi. Saudi. Okay. Saudi Arabia, no comments. You're welcome, Rebecca. Bolaji from Nigeria. Guys, if you can hear and see, leave the number 7. We have Patrick from Congo. Ibuku from Estonia. Wow. That's such a nice place. Joyce Shedrack from Abuja. I'm using style to wait for people to join. Don't forget to share it as well so that more people are joining. Share the webinar and don't forget that you need to subscribe to the channel for you to be able to ask a question or to leave a comment. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you also can ask your questions and leave a comment. Okay, so we're going straight to it. What you're going to learn today will change your mindset. You're going to learn something valuable today, so avoid all distractions. Yeah, just allow the next 40 minutes or so to be focused on what you're going to do and what you're going to learn. Okay, don't be distracted. Yeah. At the end of today's webinar, you have a clear understanding of how to create your own express entry profile. Yeah. Okay. Continue to drop your names in the comments. And if you can hear me and see me, leave the number 7. Okay. There's Shina Ayodeji from Benin, Edo State. We have Adeshala from Port Harcourt. I also love Port Harcourt, by the way. David from Nigeria. Welcome, guys. Yep. Yeah, hello, Shay. Hello, Benga Omoni. I am fine. Guys, don't forget to check out the membership that we have. So we have membership now on the channel. We're going to be having members only Q&A. Q&A sessions and other sessions like that. So make sure you are checking it out. Great. So today we're going to be talking about how to create a winning express entry profile. Yeah. How we're going to go is I'm going to go to my screen, show you how to create this profile and do a presentation. Keep all your questions, yeah, because I might answer your questions in the presentation. So keep all your questions, and when we're done, you can ask your questions. I am only going to answer questions that are related to what I am presenting. Don't ask me about studying or something else, okay? Please, so that we can be focused. And also, you have to subscribe to the channel for you to be able to ask a question, okay? Great. Okay, is it okay? Can I start the presentation? If I have your blessing to start, can I see a yes in the comments? And if you can see my screen that says, welcome to today's life-changing webinar, let me know. Somebody said I should drink water, which is what I'm trying to do. Okay, great. Welcome to today's webinar. Don't rush me. Who is rushing me? Welcome to today's webinar. Great. So today we're going to be learning how to create a winning express entry profile. Okay. And then I want to introduce myself. My name is Sheyi Obasi. If you don't know me, that is my name. I am a Nigerian, a proud Nigerian, but I live in Canada. I've lived in Canada for the past 6 years. I'm a permanent resident in Canada, soon to be a citizen, thank God. And I guide people and teach strategies on different routes to move to Canada. I am not giving immigration advice. I'm only educating you. So this is primarily for education purposes. My guidance has helped over 1,000 people to relocate to Canada in the last few years. And my goal is also to help you as well, to show you everything that you need without deceiving you that you need to move to Canada. Okay? And like I said before, this is not immigration advice. It is for education and information purposes. Thank you, Haruna, for joining the VIP. You are welcome. So let me set your expectations for today's webinar. 1 second. Let me set your expectations for today's webinar. Now, what you will learn today will benefit you immensely, especially if you are planning to move to Canada via the express entry, okay? But I have 2 goals for today. Now, my number 1 goal is to show you what you need to create an express entry profile and to guide you on how you can create one. That is my first goal. My second goal is to make you an offer to buy something at the end of the webinar, okay? Now, if I don't deliver on goal number 1, please don't take my offer, yeah? However, if I deliver on my promise to show you how to create that express entry profile, and I show you everything that you need to create it, then I ask for a full consideration of the offer that I will make at the end of the presentation. And if it feels right, only if it feels right, purchase what I have to offer. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair? It sounds fair to me, but let me know, does it sound fair? Guys, let me know if that sounds fair. Give me 1 second now. Awesome. It sounds fair. Great. Now, let's jump into it. The truth is that creating an express entry profile can be confusing. Yeah? You have to make sure that all the information you need is accurate and up to date. That can be overwhelming. And understanding the NOC code, which is your occupation that you are telling IRCC to consider you for, can be very confusing. And if you get it wrong, it can cost you time and money, which means that you just wasted time, wasted money, and you got nothing. That is the absolute truth. And that's why today's webinar is very, very important. Yeah, you will learn how to create a winning express entry profile, even though this may be your first time of trying. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do it. You would not need anybody to help you. Now, just imagine how confident you will be to tackle your profile if you stay till the end of this webinar. Just imagine. So many of you have been asking, how do I create it? How do I create it? But if you stay till the end of today's webinar, you will learn everything that you need to create that profile. So I ask you to just have an open mind as we go through this. Okay? Is that okay? Just have an open mind. Great. Now, you could be sharing your own testimonial soon. Who knows? Yeah? Some of you haven't created an express entry profile. Some of you have created it, but you're having issues Some of you don't know how to create it, but imagine that you create it. Francis, something is blowing there. It's fun, oh. You guys. Okay, so you could have testimonials like this one. These are recent testimonials of people who got their invitations to apply for permanent residence in Canada. Yeah. And before they were able to get these testimonials, they did create their own express entry profile, which is what you are learning to do. And if you learn to do that, you too could be giving your own testimonials soon. Okay. Now, first of all, what is an express entry profile? Let's start from there. You can read everything I wrote here, but basically, an express entry profile is the first step that you need if you want to be considered to apply to Canada through the express entry, okay, or through any of the federal economic immigration programs. There are basically 3 of them. Yeah, this is an online form. Express entry profile is actually a form that you fill out, telling the Canadian government that I am expressing my interest to come to Canada as a skilled worker. Okay, so it's just like putting an application to the Canadian government to let them know that I want to come to Canada as a permanent resident. Now, before I go on, this is a cool fact that Canada plans to welcome nearly 1.5 million immigrants between 2024 and 2026, and we are still in 2024. Yeah, so these are the numbers that they plan to invite for permanent residents. They are targeting 485,000 new immigrants this year. That is a big number, yeah? And one of the steps that you can be one of these people is by creating that express entry profile. If you do not create a profile, nobody knows. Canada does not even know that you are interested in coming to Canada as a permanent resident. Now, how does the express entry work? The first step, like I said before, is that you create a profile. Yeah, you create an express entry profile. The second step is that after creating the profile, you get what is called a CRS score. Yeah, the CRS score is given to you based on your profile. Yeah, based on your age, your education, your work experience, your job offer, and all of that. Yeah, and you enter into the pool. Yeah. So there's this pool where everybody who has created that profile is entered into. Yeah, it's not a place where you actually go and swim. It's a virtual pool, but they put everybody in a pool. Yeah. Now you stay in that pool for 1 whole year. But at the time that you are in the pool, you are waiting for what is called a draw. Yeah. So usually every 2 weeks previously, or every other week, or every other month, Canada does what is called a draw. That means they are going to go to the pool and pull out those who qualify to be given an invitation to apply based on their score. So you get that invitation to apply. Another way that you can get that invitation to apply is that you can be nominated by a province. So it's like, oh, this province, say Ontario, says, oh, we want Chukudi to come and live in our province. And they nominate you. So when you are nominated, you apply for permanent residence. So that is the 6 steps of how the express entry works. Now, the reason why you must absolutely consider the express entry is that there's been a lot of express entry draws recently. I have a feeling that Canada wants to concentrate on giving people permanent residents who are in the express entry pool, or who have indicated or who have been nominated by a province. So in the month of July alone, there were 8 draws, yeah? 8 whole draws. I think so far it is the largest number of draws this year. Okay, 8 draws, and these are the 8 draws. You can go through it. If you were not in the express entry pool, you would not receive a draw. Oh, you will not be included in that draw, so to speak. So if you want to come to Canada as a permanent resident, you actually need to create an express entry profile. Even if you came to Canada as a student and you want to be considered for permanent residence through maybe the Federal Skilled Worker Program or the Canadian Experience class, you still need to create that profile. Okay. Now, so you can be in the express entry pool. Yeah, that is where you get to be picked and sent an invitation to apply for permanent residence. So what do you need to create this express entry profile? Number 1 thing is an education credential assessment. Now, if you schooled in Canada, you do not need the ECA. Yeah, But if you schooled outside of Canada, so if you're in Canada doing like a bachelor's or you have a master's before, it is best that you evaluate your highest degree. Yeah, so you would have to go to World Education Services, which is WES, and they will do an education assessment and verification for you. There are other companies you can use like ICAS or ICES and all of that. Yeah, that's the first thing. This, your education credential assessment, is valid for 5 years, and it must be valid at the time of you creating that profile. Okay. The second thing you need is language proficiency. Awesome. Now, for you to come to Canada as a permanent resident, whether you schooled in Canada, whether you schooled in England, even if you are the Queen of England, you need to do a language proficiency test. Now, Canada is a bi-language country, so you can do the English test or you can do a French test. English test, IELTS or CELPIP, those are the ones that are accepted as of now. Yeah. At least you need to get at least a 6 in each module. Yeah. And for the CELPIP, you need 7 points to be eligible. So if you went and you did your IELTS and you got 5.5 in reading, you would not be able to use it. Yeah. You need to have 6. You can also do the French text, which is the TF. Now you can do a combination of the two of them. Yeah. If you are so gifted in languages, you can do IELTS, you can do French. That's where you have more advantage than someone who only did the English, right? The English tests are usually valid for two years, and it has to be valid at the time you make the application. So if you've done your English test in 2018 or 2020 or 2021, you cannot use it. You have to use one that is under 2 years. Then you need work experience, yeah? For you to be able to immigrate through any of the economic routes to Canada, you must have work experience. So that's why it's an economic route, right? They need people with work experience, yeah? And they will do an employment verification. So if you wanted to come through the federal skilled worker program, you need 1 year of full-time permanent work experience in the last 10 years in an eligible NOC. Okay, so Canada has these different NOCs. So they've classified occupations into different categories. Yeah, it has to be NOC A or B or tier 1, 2, 3 for you to qualify. I can't go deep into that. That's a separate thing, but you have to have at least 1 year of skilled work experience, full-time permanent, or an equivalent part-time. So if it's 1 year of full-time, if you're doing part-time, then you have to have the number of hours that make up 1 year. If you are going to be considered for the category-based draws, you need just 6 months of work experience in the last 3 years. Okay? And you have to understand your NOC. Now, the NOC is one place where a lot of people get it wrong. You have to make sure that whatever NOC you're choosing is up to 70% of the tasks that you are currently completing or you did complete at that job. Yeah. So you could have done the job, 5 years ago, and you're choosing that NOC. Make sure that your reference letter will show that you actually performed the duties of that particular NOC. Then you need money. Yeah. You need funds. For you to come to Canada to study, you must show that you can support yourself and your family for a few months, right? Before you settle down, get a job and all of that. Now, the RCC has given the amount of monies that you need in Canadian dollars based on the number of family members. So if it was just you were single, it is 14,690. If it was you and your spouse, maybe 18,288. If it was you and your spouse and one child, 22,283. If there are 6 of you, 34,000, and on and on. If your family members are more than 7, then for each family member that you add, you are adding 3,958 Canadian dollars. Please note that even though your family is not coming with you, so if you say your spouse is not accompanying, you still need to show that you have enough money for that spouse. Okay? Very important to note. Now, those are the basic things that you need. You also need your international passport, which is, of course, normal to show that, you can actually travel if you do get the invitation to apply and you are given permanent residence. Now, how do you create this profile? Now, by the time you have all these 3 things, you can actually go ahead and start creating your profile. Now, the first thing you need to go to canada.ca or cic.gc.ca. I'm going to be showing you snapshots of how to do it because of our time, but I'm also I've made a video of this, and I'm going to tell you how you can get access. So these things that I'm showing in snapshot, you will get access to the video where I actually showed it, yeah, step by step. So the first thing is to go to cic.gc.ca or canada.ca, and you click sign into your account, because they are going to ask you, what do you want to do? I want to sign into my account. You choose express entry because that is one you want to do. And then you click this button, the IRCC secure account, the GC key, or the sign in partner. Okay. By the time you click that, you have two options. So if you have created a GC key before, maybe you wanted to study in Canada or you have applied to visit, you can use it. So you can just go ahead and sign into your GC key. However, if you don't have a GC key, you have to register for an account. Yeah. So there are two options. It's either you're registering or you're using a GC key that you have used before. So if you have created a GC key before, now if you wanted to register, it will just ask you certain questions. Yeah, your name, your email address, you create a password, and you give them some security questions. Very simple. If you've created a GC key before, you just log in with your username and your password, and you click sign in. Yeah, normal way. Same way you log into your bank portal. Very simple to do. Now, if you wanted to create an account, of course, like I said before, you would need to put in your details. So your name, Shay Obasi, or whatever your name is, your email address, and of course, the preferred language. What language do you want them to contact you with? Is it English or French? Those are actually the two options. Many of us will choose English, right? And then you will have to answer these security questions. Now, the thing about the security questions is that whenever you're logging into your portal, they will ask you one of these questions. So please, either you give questions that you know the answers, or you store your questions and answers somewhere. I have mine stored somewhere, so I always go and look it up if I've forgotten, yeah? So you fill the questions and the answers, and then it says, you move in and say, oh, what do you want to apply for? Determine your eligibility. You choose the express entry because that's what you're applying for, okay? And then it starts to ask you some questions to find out if you are eligible. Yeah. So it says Canada's official languages are French and English. And then you need to submit an English language test. By the way, you must have done the English language test and gotten your results. You must have completed WEST and gotten your results before you apply. You cannot be applying with the result that you're hoping to get. Yeah. You have to have done it. Okay. So which language test did you take for your first language, for first official language? So it's asking you which one did you take. Of course, you can say IELTS or you can say CELPIP, whichever one you choose, and then you need to put in the score. Yeah, put in the score, enter your score for speaking, listening, reading, and writing. You do that. And then, like I said before, you need to have a CLB level 7. And as you can see here, CLB level 7 means you got at least 6 in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. If you got anything less than that, you would not be a CLB 7. However, please try and aim for a CLB 8 or a CLB 9. It is possible. People are getting it. The higher you score in IELTS, the more marks you can get on your CRS score. So please aim for those high marks. Okay. Now, it will ask you about your skilled work experience. In the last 3 years, how many skilled work experience do you have in Canada? So this one is for those who probably are schooling in Canada, they've graduated and they are working. So if you're outside of Canada, your answer will be none, okay? If you do not have any work experience during this period, choose none. If you don't have any work experience in Canada, you are choosing none. If you do have work experience in Canada, please fill it out there. Yeah. Now, in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience do you have? This is the one that can be outside of Canada. It says it must be continuous skilled work, paid and full time. Yeah. And it's in only one occupation. Now, there are some people who always ask, I was an admin assistant, then I was an admin manager. The other year I did this. Choose one. You need to choose one. Choose the one that you feel has the best chance of being picked. Choose the one where you can easily get a reference letter and you can show that you have continuous paid full-time work experience for at least 1 year. Yeah. It also asks, in the last 5 years, do you have at least 2 years of experience in one of these types of jobs? Now, these are skilled trades. Yeah. If you pick any of this, that you have work experience in any of this, then you would also probably qualify for the federal skilled trades program. So that's industrial, electrical, construction trades, maintenance, equipment operation, supervisors, and technical jobs. You know now, all those kind of jobs, chefs and cooks, butchers and bakers. Yeah. Now, how much money in Canadian dollars will you bring to Canada? Remember, I already showed you the table. Yeah. Whatever amount of money you are showing there must cover the number of family members you have. So how many family members do you have, including yourself, your spouse or your partner, or any other children you have? Even if your spouse, partner, or children will not come to Canada, yeah? Do not include parents. Do not include any other relatives. If you have no spouse or partner or any dependent children, put 1, yeah? The IELTS is IELTS general, not academic. Someone asked, so I say that it is not academic, okay? So you put the amount of monies you have here. If your money is not enough, you will not be able to create this profile. So make sure that you are referring to that table and putting the money that is enough for the number of family members that you have. Not family members you are traveling with, family members you have, spouse and children. What is your date of birth? Simple, of course, you put your date of birth. What is the highest level of education for which you have earned a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate, or have an education credential assessment? Yeah, your ECA must be from an approved agency in the last 5 years. I already said that. So put your highest degree. If you did not earn a Canadian degree, you must have to provide the foreign education assessment by WES or ICAS or wherever those ones. So you select that. Like I said, you must have done it. You cannot be, I will do. You must have completed all of that before you can create that profile. Yunus, thank you for being a member. You're welcome. Welcome to the VIP. Yeah. So by the time you do all of this, it shows you the results. And it says, based on your answers, you appear to be eligible for express entry. So if you had put maybe an IELTS score that was like 4 or 4.5, it will tell you you appear to be ineligible. But because you have met all the requirements, this is the result you will get, that you are eligible for express entry. Hooray! So since it says you're eligible, you move to the next step and you start creating the profile. That which is where you start, you complete it, you put your name and all of that. That is all you need to do. By the time you're done, you will get the message that you have created the profile successfully, and you will get your CRS score. Okay? And then you would start waiting in the pool. Your profile is valid for 1 year. After 1 year, your profile becomes invalid. You can create another profile if your profile expires, so to speak. It expires. Yeah. Like I said before, all of this I've done in a sweet short video of about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. Yeah. And I'm going to give you access to it after the webinar. I just didn't want to waste time playing that video. Yeah. Now, after completing your profile, you receive your CRS scores. Yeah. Note that you can also increase your scores while you're waiting in the pool. Okay. You can do your English exam again. You can add a French test. You can do a master's. You can do 1 or 2 other things to increase your score. This webinar is not about that, but there are definitely things you can do to increase your score. But don't wait to increase your score. You can stay in the pool while you're doing that. So if you meet the requirements of one of the economic programs, you will get an invitation to apply or an ITA. And when you do get that ITA, you can submit the required documents and they will process your application and you will get a confirmation that you're a permanent resident and you can come to Canada. That is the sweet short process of how to go from creating your profile to being invited for permanent residence. And you can see it's not rocket science, yeah? Anybody can do it. Yeah, it's a simple process. With just a little guidance, if you follow the video that I'm going to send you step by step, you would be able to create your own profile. Yeah, like I said before, I will make that video and I will tell you how to access the video very soon. Now, I've showed you how you can create an express entry profile. what you need to create an express entry profile. So that's my goal number one. So did I make good on my promise to show you how to create an express entry profile? If I did, say yes. If I did not, say no, and tell me why you're saying no. If I did, say yes. Excuse me. If I made good my promise to show you how to create that express entry profile, go ahead and say yes while I take a drink of water. I know that I did, though. Anybody that says no, me and you will fight. Yes, I know. So really, it's not rocket science. You can follow what I just did, and you can be able to create one. Yeah. So can I now make my offer? You know, you said if I'm able to show you, I can make you an offer. Do I have your permission to make my offer? I do. Anyway, okay. So great. So I'm certain that you now have the information that you need to create an express entry profile. You can actually go and create it by yourself. Just go to canada.ca, cic.gc.ca. Make sure you've done your WES. You've taken the English exam. Try and score as high as possible for the WES. Evaluate your highest degree. Okay? If you have a master's, evaluate that one. If you have a PhD, evaluate that one. There's no need to evaluate your WAEC if you have a BSc. Okay? If you have HND and ND, you can evaluate the two of them. Now, but what if you face any challenges? Or what if you find that your profile is ineligible? Or what if you need help to increase your CRS score? So those are all the places where people usually face challenges. People have reached out to me in terms of the challenges that they are facing with the creating a profile or with express entry generally. And this is where my offer comes in handy. Yeah. So you can go create your profile if you want, definitely. And that is what I intended to teach today. And I'm going to send the video. But if you wanted help, this is where my offer comes in. Now, there's more testimony. I have more. I wanted to add a few more that I got the last few days, but I didn't have time before the webinar. But these are people who created their profiles and they have received the invitation to apply. This one said, "Child, God worked for me." This person had 352. I got the NOI now from Ontario, yeah, 352 to 421. Okay, we have a lot of testimonials of people like you who have created the profile. Many testimonials. This other person got a provincial nominee, being in the pool. They were also in the pool before they got that nomination, yeah. So if you're in the pool, Ontario, BC, Saskatchewan, any of them can reach out to you in the pool. Now, for everyone who takes this offer, I will send you an extra concise video on how you can create your express entry profile. Yeah, these people are going to get it. Yeah, even though that is already in the masterclass. Is this something that you're interested in? I think I've given me your blessing to go on. But is this something that you're interested in? Go ahead and say now. Is this something? Yes, I can see yes. Great. So. Express entry, I have been through this process. I am a permanent resident. I had to create a profile too. I have been through this process. I have guided others like you through this process. I know how stressful it is. I'm working with a couple of people now who are trying to go through this process, and they're always stressed. Yeah, Monica, welcome to the VIP group. They're always stressed, but I can reduce your stress with this process by showing you how to go for it from A to Z. Everything you need to know about express entry, not just the profile. Remember, the profile is just the first step. Yeah. So since you gave me permission, let me introduce you to the Express Entry Masterclass. It's a step-by-step express entry guide. Yeah. Express entry is so complicated, guys. Sometimes it can be if you don't know what you're doing. But with the Express Entry Masterclass, it's comprehensive, detailed guide that will assist you in completing that entire process. From creating the profile to submitting your application, what do I do if I don't have this document? All of those things so that you get your application approved. You get lifetime access to it. Complete step-by-step tutorials. It's all online. Checklists, templates, sample documents. All these are designed to make your process as effortless as possible. And this is a masterclass that is continually being updated. Spirit Soar Studios, welcome to the VIP. Okay, so we'll give you the tools you need to ensure that your application gets approved the first time. One thing about the express entry, you want to get it right the first time. Because if you mess up, by the time you go and stay in the pool again, you might be older and you will lose points, okay? In the master's class, you will learn how to increase your chances of getting that invitation to apply, how to properly complete your profile, how to select your knock code, how to increase your score, what to do if you cannot meet certain requirements, what to do if you don't have sufficient funds, and how to prepare your letters of explanation, and so much more. Okay? I'm going to show you a peek into all the modules that are in the masterclass. We have the basics, language test about your work experience. We have something about proof of funds. Some people don't know how to prove dependent families, especially when they are stepchildren, education, medicals, provincial nomination, change of names. Some people have changed their names from Ogun to something, yeah, and they don't know how they can show that. So all of that is in the express entry, okay? The value of the express entry is $950. Now, I've seen people who have certain offerings like the express entry, their value and what they're offering is nowhere near this masterclass, and they're offering for over $1,000, yeah? But the value of this one is $950. But don't be scared, because you're not paying anything close to $950. I understand how the economy is, and this is primarily to guide you and to offer. You get so much value because you get access to me, right? So much value more than that. So for today, instead of $950, you're getting the express entry masterclass that will guide you through the entire express entry for just $136. Let me say, and 60,000 naira. Let me say this. A lot of people have seen that policies have been changing in Canada. Some people are having difficulties coming through the study route. Some people are having difficulties getting a job. This express entry is perfect. Now, if you say, oh, I'm 40, I'm 50, they have category-based draws, yeah? People who can speak French or who are in certain categories can still get invited. And in 2025, Canada is adding new categories like, I don't know, different kinds of natural resources, new categories. So people in certain occupations are going to have the upper hand. And for you to do that, you need to start now. 2025 is 6 months away or less. You need to be getting yourself ready, okay? But that's not all. You also get the following bonuses. Like I said, a step-by-step guide to create an express entry profile is a concise video on how you can start creating your profile today. So you can just put that video on and be following it step by step, okay? It's a value of $55. You're also going to get the ABC of the Provincial Nominee Program. The Provincial Nominee Program is another side door that you can use to become a Canada permanent resident, okay? I can't go into the details here, but a province in Canada can actually pick you from the pool, or you can send them an expression of interest that you want to work in their province and that you meet all the economic requirements that they have. The value of that is $100, yeah? And then IELTS. I said that IELTS is very important, yeah? We're going to give you IELTS help. I want you to get at least a CLB 7 in one sitting. If you get anything less, you just threw money away. You have to do it again. So how to pass your IELTS in one sitting is also included free of charge as a bonus. The value is $50. To be eligible for the occupation categories, you must have worked an eligible job for at least 6 months in the last 3 years, okay? So if you say, oh, my scores are not high, if you are one of those, if you have one of those category jobs, then you can be eligible, yeah? I'm going to send you a list of the jobs that are eligible for category-based jobs. There are many of them. Maybe your job also qualifies, but you don't know, yeah? So you can go through that list and find out if you qualify. The value is $75. So if you are getting all of this, you are getting the Express Entry Masterclass. The value is $950. The bonuses that you are getting, 4 bonuses. The Express Entry Profile, step-by-step guide. The value is $55. ABC of the Provincial Nominee Program. 1 sitting IELTS. Category-based draws. The jobs that you need. And this one is so key, that bonus 5. You need to sit down with it. We have a testimonial of someone who heard me talking about this category-based draws. I'm going to post the videos maybe next week. And he took action. And today, he changed it this month in June. In July, he got an invitation to apply. All along, he didn't know that his job was one of the jobs in that category-based occupation. So it's very important that you check it out. This offer expires Wednesday, 7th August 2024. It's only 60,000 naira. Yeah, you might have to stretch yourself a bit. You might have to dip into your savings, but you are working towards your future and the future of your family. Yeah, if you want to get access, simply ask for a purchase link from the affiliate that invited you today. Yeah, this is all you're getting, but most importantly, you have access to me. So I provide email support. Yeah, so you can send emails, you can book appointments and speak with me, and then you can ask your questions. You get all of that with the masterclass. Okay, step-by-step guide you can follow. You and your family can come to Canada at last. All the benefits of permanent residence. If you live in Nigeria, there were protests in the last two days, and I just read today on the news that some people were killed. I mean, it's ridiculous. It was supposed to be a peaceful protest. How come people were killed? It makes me sad. I was crying because really this is our country and it's so messed up. But well, what can we do? We'll continue to pray and encourage and hope that one day things turn around. But you might be able to take yourself and your family out of that environment for now until things become better, and then we'll start thinking about how we'll probably go back to our country. But for now, work on getting yourself a better environment. I'm not disparaging Nigeria. I love Nigeria. But if the government is not ready to work on the land, then I really don't know what to do. Okay. So again, you're getting the Express Entry Masterclass is 60,000 naira, and the way that you can purchase is to send the link to the affiliate that invited you. If you're in a group, they will probably post the link there for you to purchase. Like I said before, it's the most affordable, highly valuable express entry guide you can find. People who have access have told me they were blown away by what they found there because it took months to put it together. Shade Samson, welcome to the VIP. It's practical, it's updated, it's not stale, it's not last year. No, it shows you what to do so you don't get confused about what the next steps are. And guess what? You can do express entry along with searching for a job in Canada. It doesn't stop you from applying for a visit visa. It doesn't stop you from applying for a study visa. It doesn't even stop you from studying in Canada. So I have a friend, she is a student here, and she recently got permanent residence, still as a student, yeah? So, but because she was in the pool, right? So you can increase your chances like that, and she will stop paying international fees. So this is something you can do alongside whatever else you're doing to come to Canada. If you're afraid that you will fail, well, I have some good news for you. You won't fail. Why would you think you would? You need to think positively. If you don't try, you have definitely failed, right? You created time to be here today because this is an important topic to you. So I assume that you're ready to grab this offer. You're ready to put in everything you need. If you have to go and do WES and IELTS, get to it as soon as possible. Stop dragging your feet. Yeah, move, because policies are changing. Canadian government is not smiling though. I don't know what is happening. They might change policies. You don't want to be caught when the policies are changing. Yeah. So just imagine. I always tell people, dream, dare to imagine, dare to see yourself arriving in Canada. I always see people excited. I go to the airport sometimes to pick people. They're always like, am I truly in Canada? Yes, you are. Dare to see yourself living in Canada. If you can see it, you can imagine it, then you will have the power to work towards it and you can get it. So this is how to make payments. Like I said before, it's not about taking your money or any other thing. It's just 60,000. The value you're getting, I'm telling you, is overwhelming. It's about guiding you and helping you. And I know people don't value things if it is free. That is why you are making payments. Click the link that you'll be sent to make payment. After payment, you will see a confirmation email. Fill out your name and your email address. Wait for 24 hours for approval. It might not be up to. You click after you get the approval email, you access the course. You can take a picture of this screen. You go through the modules and take action, and we provide support if you need clarification. Okay, this is the simple way to make payment and to get access. Yeah, you can take a picture of this. Yeah, so thank you to all those who have taken the offer. Yeah, I saw a couple of payments come in while I was still talking. You have made the best decision regarding getting your Canada permanent residence, and you will not regret it. I hardly see anybody. I mean, Canada is not heaven, yeah, but I hardly see anybody who is here who is willing to go back, because there is a system that works, and you can always find a way to make things work. So if you're saying, I want to think about it, okay, think, but how would you know when you are finished thinking? Yeah. How would you know when you have thought enough to make a decision? Is it when they announce another immigration change? Is it when there's another policy change? Is it when they maybe blacklist some countries? They're not going to do that by God's grace. But really, how would you know when you are finished making your thinking? Yeah. So you need to make haste while the sun shines. Okay. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Case Dezenwa Obina, welcome to the VIP group. The Canada Express entry, like I said before, it will stop you from feeling helpless. I know how I felt. I was in Canada. I had great knowledge when I was doing Express entry, and it was daunting to me. It was a lot. Yeah. So you would need help along the way. This is an affiliate product. So if you are invited by someone, you saw an advert on someone's page, or you were in someone's group, go back there. They will be available to attend to you, answer your questions, and send you the link to make a purchase. So do you want to make a change? And are you willing to invest in that change? The choice is yours. Not the kind of change that our daddy Tinubu is promising, Sha. The choice is absolutely yours. So if you want to take that leap to achieve your Canada dream, this is the time for you to do it before the price increases or before it gets even harder. So thank you guys for listening to me. I think I've talked for like 30 minutes. Thank you so much. I'm going to come back and take your questions. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking notes. Note that the questions that we'll be answering will be based on this alone: Express entry and the profile. Don't ask about any other thing, because we'll have other webinars. Chisom, Vivian, welcome to the VIP group. I'm so excited for all the people who are joining this VIP. We're going to have lots of fun in this VIP. We're having a Q&A for members only. So if you want some inside scoop, I also want to see the things that I do on a day-to-day basis, which I don't share totally because I'm very private. I don't share publicly. I'm going to share a lot in the VIP group as well. So we are back. How was that? Did you learn anything? Did you get any value? If you did, leave the number 7 in the chat. If you gained any value, if you learned at least one thing, at least you now know that you need to have at least 6 in all the English language modules for you to qualify. Or you now know that even if your spouse is not accompanying you, need to still show money for her or him. Yeah. Leave the number 7 in the comments, and I'm going to take your questions now. And like I said before, 1 second. Inyigiala Benstowe, welcome to the VIP group. Okay, reach out to the person who invited you. They will share with you the purchase link. And if you missed out on the presentation, you are just joining, go and watch it from the beginning. It answers most of your questions. So let's take the question. I'm going to answer questions for what? Let's see now. 15 minutes. Should I do it for 15 minutes? Okay. No. Okay, good. Vibe with Chomsy. Will couples have to create 2 different Express entry profiles? Okay, fine. That's a great question. Now, when somebody creates an Express entry profile, usually they will include their spouse. Yeah. However, there's nothing wrong with the 2 people creating a profile, just in case they want to hedge it. Adeshola Omitogun, right? Welcome to VIP. In case they want to hedge it, so 2 of them can actually create a profile, and each of the spouse will include the other spouse in their own profile. So yes, 2 spouses can actually create a profile. Thank you to Ifeyinwa Amadi. I am so glad. How do you become a VIP member? So on YouTube, you will see join. Yeah. So if you go to the video you are watching, you will see the word join. It's there now on my profile, on my YouTube channel. Join. Just click join, then you can join. Okay. Hi Ma. Oluwatobi. For a family of 3, one is already in Canada. Do I still need to show proof of funds for the one in Canada, or the proof of funds will be applied? So your proof of funds applies to everybody, whether they're in Canada. When we applied, we were in Canada, but our proof of funds apply to everybody. So you must show proof of funds to everybody. It does not matter whether they're in Canada. You also need to show proof of funds for them. Okay. If you have your questions, what's this? Okay, I'm going to welcome all the VIP members. Adeshala, thank you for being a VIP member. You are so welcome. So someone says, what if I can't get a transcript from my school? Please tell me, why can't you get it? And why do you need a transcript? If you're doing your WES, it is not your duty to get the transcript, okay? WES is going to get it from your school. So don't worry about that. WES is going to communicate with your school. So that's why it's good to start on time, because that back and forth sometimes takes a few months, especially if you schooled in Nigeria. It takes a while. The proof of funds, how many months, please? So you are coming to study. You are coming to live permanently in Canada. So the proof of funds, there is really no number of time. You can sell your properties, yeah, because you're moving permanently. So you just show that money is accessible and available to you. If you don't have proof of funds, then you are not ready, Uchenna. Go and get your proof of funds, then that you'll be ready. Okay. Victor, if you are this is by your choice. So if you want the Express Entry Masterclass, it's different from the JAPA system. It's different. If you have a question, how do you reach out to them for your academic assessment? So you go to their website, sir, Mr. Chukwudi Elvis. You just go to WES, Google them, you will see their website. All the process of how you will do the assessment is there. Chinedu, you have to buy. Have you bought the masterclass? Buy the masterclass now. Then I'll send you the video. I'm still thinking about whether I will send the video to everybody. But anyway, that's something for later. Express Entry requires ECA. You did not watch the video. Why am I answering this question? Of course, it requires ECA. So I'm not answering questions about caregiver. I'm not answering questions about studying. How you become a PRO with caregiver is the same way you become a PRO with other programs. Okay. Glory, I'm so sorry about your situation. Lucky is now a member. Oh my goodness, where that's disappeared. So Glory, I'm so sorry about your situation. However, if you want to come to Canada with your kids, and it's not just Canada, any country, you need to get approval from your spouse. Yeah, your spouse has to sign. So if there's a way you can talk to the person, appeal to him, he needs to sign for you to be able to take them with you. Oh, amazing question. Kafayat, you mustn't actually have the proof of funds to create the profile, but you should have the proof of funds when you do get an invitation to apply. So if you know that you will have the proof of funds at that time, then you indicate on the profile that you do have it, okay? Yes, you are different people now. So if, yes, two of you have to do separate WES. Oh, goodness. Age limits. I was wondering when somebody will ask this question. So nowhere when I was talking did I say age limit, yeah? There's no age limit for the Express Entry. However, your age will receive scores. So you receive scores for your age, right? And you are aiming for a certain score. It's just like, which example will I use? So they won't say, oh, because you're this age, you can't apply. But because of your age, you might not be able to get the points that you need. That's just what I'll say. But it doesn't mean that because you're 40 or whatever, you cannot create a profile. Every monies concerning Canada is in Canadian dollars. Wait, I saw one question. It's in Canadian dollars. Proof of funds is definitely in Canadian dollars. Okay? Allow me to welcome new members. We became a YouTube member, Luakemi Akin Ojo. Welcome. Cook with beer. Do you cook? welcome to the VIP. I used a future English test score to create my profile. I don't know what you mean by that. What is a future English test score? You just go back and watch the presentation. Uh, I don't know. So, Monica, if someone is 55 years old, there are many other things. What is his occupation? Yeah. How many years of work experience does he have? What is his education? There are so many things. So it's not just about age. The express entry is not about, okay, 40 years and above here. No, there are other things. Yeah. There are other things. And if your spouse is doing the express and creating the profile, you as the spouse, if you do your WES and the IELTS, you will be able to increase the points of your spouse. Okay. If you do that, you can increase the scores of your spouse. Okay. I have what? How many minutes did I say? 5 minutes. I didn't even look at the time. So I would say yes, the spouse should also do it. No, that's not what I wanted to click. Oh, goodness. Give me 1 second. I wanted to welcome another VIP, Lao Shebiko. Tunde, welcome to the VIP group. Yes, you can do the two at the same time. I don't know, maybe you were not here when I was talking. You can be in the pool and be invited by province. You can also reach out to provinces by yourself. Don't forget that when you get the masterclass, we also tell you about the different provinces in Canada. There are 10 provinces. Every province is looking for people to come and live and work in their province, so that they are also improving. The province is also growing. Yeah. So one of the ways you can come to Canada is through the provincial nominee program. And when you get the masterclass, you get a handbook that shows you about all the province, what all the provinces are about, how to find out about the programs that they have, and see if you qualify as well. I'm surprised at this question. Proof of funds should be in Canadian dollars. You will convert your Naira now. Yeah, it will be equivalent in Naira. Yeah. Okay, so it's okay for you to have a new spouse. Gloria, it seems you might need to book a consultation and speak with me. Yeah, because you have a lot of deep personal questions. So there are some questions that you can just go to Google and type this one. I'm sure it will tell you. If you mean how much do you pay to the Canadian government for extra entry, just go and Google it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You created a profile and put fake scores. You don't have to create a profile to know your. Yes, you can delete it. I guess you can delete it. So for the Canada Express entry, is it Glory again? Oh my goodness. For the Canada Express entry, you need go and watch it. I didn't call PTE. You need IELTS or CELPIP, yeah? In place of IELTS or CELPIP. Okay. I have 5 more minutes. You need the link. The link to what, sir? Tiwalade, the link to the Express Entry Masterclass. How did you join? How did you join? So Michael is asking a good question. I have to scan the questions. What if your education credential does not match the current work experience? So there was nowhere I mentioned about education credential matching job experience. It does not matter. Your education credential does not have to match your job experience. Yeah. So you could have studied biology and working as a banker. Doesn't matter. Amazing. I was wondering when someone will ask this question. With a visitor visa, can I still try express entry? They don't have anything to do with each other. So, and I also mentioned that even if you are applying for a visitor visa, yes, you can still apply for express entry. Canada allows dual purpose, yeah, so you can still do that. You cannot use IELTS academic. It must be IELTS general, okay? It's not IELTS academic. Let me see the recent questions. I think I have like 5 minutes more to answer the questions. If you have questions about yourself, particular, book a consultation, yeah? Book a consultation. This is a general presentation. You don't want to be talking about your own particular circumstance here. You can ask questions of a general nature, okay? Someone who studied a certificate program in Canada does not need credential assessment. So if you want to do your express entry with your certificate program that you did in Canada, there's no need. I've said it. If you studied in Canada, no need for a credential assessment, okay? Yes, there is, Vivian. We also show you that in the masterclass, yeah? We show you that in the masterclass, or you can go and do your research and find it out, okay? Vlog. I know why I put your question because it's last, yes. It's not crayfish now. We are not pricing. It's 60K and it's valuable. Yeah, it has been 60K forever. I haven't increased the price, even though the value of the 60K in dollars is very small. It has remained 60K because it has to be accessible. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of information and it's a lot of value. So it is great at that 60K. Okay. Having a visitor's visa does not affect. No, I've said it before. It doesn't affect your ability to create a profile. I already answered this question, Suleiman. There's no age limit in terms of that, but you get scores with your age. So if you want the masterclass and have all these questions answered, you can send me a long list of questions when you get the masterclass. Go ahead and get the link and make a purchase. Yeah, you will have questions. There will always be questions, even when you are going through the profile or you're applying. You will have questions. You need somebody to ask those questions. If you don't have the masterclass, I will not be able to answer your question. If you say, "Oh, Shay, I got an ITA," or "What is my knock?" or "How do I find out this?" The only way I can be able to do that for you is if you have the masterclass. It's as simple as that. It's your challenge. IELTS is not a big deal. And I did a video recently it's on this YouTube channel, how to score high in your IELTS. Very detailed video. So if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It can help you prepare for your IELTS, okay? You can use, when it comes to proof of funds, yes, you can use fixed deposits. You need to be in Canada next year. Please come. What link are you asking for again? This is the link to purchase. If you go to wherever it is that you got the link for the webinar, there may be a link to purchase. Yeah. So if you were on a group, if I sent you an email, I have also sent you an email with the link. So go and check there. Time. I'm looking at the time. Go and start from the beginning. Adeyemi, go and start from the beginning of this life. You will see the answer there. Okay? We already talked about that. I already answered a question like this. So why would your husband not want to take IELTS? It's not a must, but if your husband takes it, it will be great. Okay? And if your husband takes it, it will be great. I don't want to talk more than that. But they don't have to. It's not compulsory for your spouse to take the IELTS. But if your spouse takes it, it adds some points to you, okay? I think I'll just take a couple more questions and we call it a date because it's almost, it's more than 1 hour we've been talking. And I want to really appreciate, we have over 330 people that are still live. That's gone down. That are still watching at this point. And I know that some people are experiencing difficulties with their network. I heard network is very bad in Nigeria in the last few days, and that's fine. You can always come back and watch. You can always come back and see if your questions have been answered, because I did answer a lot of these questions in the presentation. And don't forget all the bonuses that you do get. Get all the bonuses by Wednesday, August 7th, okay? All the bonuses and the masterclass. Stop talking about moving to Canada. Start taking action. You have been failing for all this time. This is the time when you finally might be able to do something and do it successfully. Okay, I understand how frustrating it can be. Some people have tried this, they have tried that, they have tried this. All have been failing, but I believe that this might be an outlet for you to finally be able to move to Canada. If you just finish your education, you don't really have necessary work experience. So you need work experience. So if you just finish your education, that means you are quite young. Go and get at least 1 year of work experience, yeah, before you can apply. So you need that work experience. Oh my God, I was wondering when you come and get me. You still have a gift. I'll put myself inside problem. Okay, you can send me a message later. Yeah, you can send me a message later. How do you book a consultation? You can send me a message. Yes, there's a link to book a consultation. And if you go to the description of this YouTube channel, you will see it. Okay, there's a link to book a consultation. You got a link from me. No. Somebody said something. What difficulty do you have, Tunde David? What's the difficulty that you have? What's the difficulty that you have? So, Monica, you can send me a message after the webinar. So, those who want the link to have that one-on-one consultation, I'm going to respond to you after the webinar. You can send me a chat or a message or a comment after the webinar. I'm going to respond. I don't want to derail the webinar, okay? We have a new member. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Oki, welcome. Welcome to the VIP membership. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I like this question. Cletus, how long do I need to stay in the pool before being picked? Okay, so there's no maximum or minimum time to stay in the pool. So there's a way that pool works. As soon as you're in the pool, you are eligible to be picked. However, when they pick people, they will mention the scores and there is a time limit. So they will say for those who were in the pool since June 20th, for example, if you were in the pool since June 20th and you meet the score, you'll be picked. So there's no like, oh, if you're in the pool for 3 months, they will pick you. There's nothing like that. So that's why you need to understand how it works. You go watch the presentation. There's no amount of time, okay? My goodness. Alice, if your medicine has expired since last year, are you still going to drink it? Answer that question. Are you still going to drink that medicine? What you should be thinking about is how to improve your scores. Yeah? That's why you should get the masterclass. To learn how you can improve your scores. There are a couple of ways I can look at your profile and show you how you can improve your score. But that your 247, it's great, but I don't know if it's good enough. I did not do an advert on Facebook, oh, Josephine. It wasn't me. So go, whoever did that advert, maybe the person has a page, go chat the person up. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. I think I've come to the end. Some of you come here and you're asking all these questions. Do you know that if you have the masterclass, you can easily send an email with all these questions and you get an answer rather than waiting for a webinar when your question might or might not be answered because of time limits? Yeah. So Thank you very much, Paul Eze. I am grateful too, and I did my best to bring you the best information. Thank you so much. Don't forget that if you want one-on-one Q&A, I might be doing a Q&A for those in the VIP membership. You are the ones that will tell me the Q&A that you want me to do. So if you want to get access to that, go and click the join button on this channel and join the VIP membership. So let's start planning our first Q&A for probably next month, yeah? So that, you know, you can get to know me more, ask all your questions, okay? Thank you so much, guys. I've answered you. Amachagi Uchechukwu, I've answered you. If you want more answers, you want whatever, go get the masterclass. Okay, I've given you as much information as I can on this, I don't know, 1 hour or so. And I'm so grateful to everybody who joined. Thank you to all those who joined the membership today. You guys have made my day. Like, oh my God, thank you very much. Thank you for all those who joined. Don't forget to share you can also share it with your friends. You can share the webinar with your friends. You can take time to watch it. And please get the masterclass. I'm waiting for you at the back. If you send me questions after getting the masterclass, I will definitely respond. If you want to get the one-on-one link, the link for the one-on-one consultation, send me a message and I'm going to respond to you in the comments very soon. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I think I saw just a second. I saw something. Okay, I can't find it anymore. I saw a question I wanted to answer. Oh, I can't find it anymore. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you. I'll see you in the next webinar or in the comments. I'm going to answer some of your questions that are there already in the comments, but let me just allow you go, then I'll answer in the comments. Thank you very much and take care. I appreciate you. God bless you.